Hey, yo, Teague, where my bass go?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Teague Talk. This is season 3, the first week of season 3. I'm Teague Bass, brand ambassador for YAY Plus, and also talent acquisitions for YAY Plus Southeast Asia. Almost fumbled there a little bit. This is all going to be natural. Anyway, I'm here in beautiful Puteri Harbor, Malaysia, and I'm with my cool buddy here. He's from the Twin Cities, but he's living in Singapore. Singer, songwriter, producer. What else do you do? Graphic designs? Anything else?
Graphic design, man. What do I do? I'm pretty good at groundskeeping, actually. Not gonna lie. I will mow your lawn, and it will look good.
And now the introduction. Cronkite Satellite.
How we doing, Mr. Teague?
Yo, man.
It's good to see you, sir.
Who else to have on him for the first season? What am I saying? Third season, first week. No one else better to have a Cronkite Satellite start, kick it all off.
Hey, man, it's first day of the year.
Right.
What better way to knock it out of the park, right?
Well, yeah, by the time they see this, it won't be the first day of the year anymore. It'll be a few days later.
I hope we make it that far.
Happy New Year's to you, man. Happy New Year's
Happy
to
New
you.
Year's to you as well.
Yeah. All right.
Man.
Kicking off Teague Talks again with Cronkite. Can I call you Cron for short again?
You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
All right. So what have you been up to, man? Since the last time we chat. It's been a while.
I've been missing doing live shows. Yeah, obviously, but you know,
Yeah, exactly.
I've been working, like, just making music. Like, I've been releasing songs. I'm also working on like another demo. Like, I just had a kid. That's a lot of work.
Let's talk about the congratulations, man. So yeah, you just had.
Well, I didn't have the kid.
You didn't have right. Well, you
I
helped.
did part of the work. My wife did the rest of it.
Right.
So you. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But
were you having a kid or making a kid? Was it which one?
Both, man.
Okay.
Both.
Right.
But like, straight up, absolutely amazing. But there's a lot of time you gotta dedicate, right? And I love music. Music's my life. It's like that fire that burns inside of me. But I also need to know when to like tap out for a second and be like, I gotta take care of this tiny human.
That's right.
Like, you know what I mean? So I kind of front loaded all of it. Like, the stuff I'm releasing now actually finished like a year and a half ago. I'm just slowly releasing it, making videos and stuff like that, and promoting it and stuff like that. And then I also got like another demo done for like another album, but like I don't even know when I'm even gonna get to that. Like, it just seems so far away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's done. It's done. The songs are there. They just need to be just like, you know, get the duster on them.
When speaking of that, but backing up just a little bit about the little one who actually has posted up on Facebook from time to time.
Yeah.
I like the one we had with the superhero.
Oh, and it was the what was that? Where he's like Superman and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, oh yeah.
Tell everybody his name. Tell everybody out there his name. His name.
His name is Robert. He's named after my father, actually.
Right.
We're trying to figure out like what name should we name this child? And I'm just like, my family's super big into like family members, and we have a mysterious Simonette in our family. My real last name's Simonette, by the way, and his name's like Sebastian. We don't know much about him, but I'm like, we should name him Sebastian. My name's Sebastian.
That's nice.
My wife's like, should name him Robert after your dad, because your dad's pretty awesome. I'm like, brain explosion. You're right. My dad is pretty awesome. I'm like, there we go.
So you mentioned your last Simonette. Is that French or am I mean
you know, we're mutts. I think the big one is when my relatives eventually came over to America. I believe that incarnation, because there's, you know, from different parts. There's Irish. This one in particular, to my understanding, with the name, it was Italian, so it was like Simonetti, and then they just chopped off the extra T and the E for efficiency's sake, I guess, to save some time.
Right.
And that's as the story goes.
Right. So thank you for that. And moving right along to the other where you were at about your music, so many releases, and so you're popping out songs every month or two?
It could be a lot more frequent. It's just I'm trying to do it nice and slow. There's so much music nowadays. I'm not hating on anybody for whatever they're doing. We're like, especially now, you got to hustle at full speed. But like a lot of music that's coming out is like little candy bars. You know, like they're around. Okay, cool. On to the next one. Not saying my songs aren't little candy bars either, but I'm just trying to savor the flavor, I guess.
Right.
Just little bits at a time.
Uh-huh. And I like the one you did when you talked about you said you killed Kurt Cobain. I mentioned this before.
I wrote like when I wrote that
Kurt Cobain.
There's layers to that one line. But I remember writing that when I was still living in America.
Right.
Before I moved overseas, and I was about to go work at Target, and I got again nothing wrong with Target, nothing wrong with working, but
right.
I mean, like I got a college degree. And I'm making minimum wage, and I don't even have health insurance. And I wrote that whole song in like one shot on that loop pedal, and then it just like fleshed it out from there. Right. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with that line. I don't know if I necessarily want to. For the record, I did not actually kill Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
For the record,
that's a funny line, though. Yeah.
Well, one of the things is I like to think. Well, okay, one of the things with that line is yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There's a couple different layers, but the big one is I was, Nirvana was a big influence on me, as many people.
Right.
And so that means the music I'm making now is influenced by what Nirvana made. And sometimes I wonder, like, if Kurt Cobain was still alive, and if he heard my music, would he be like, "This is garbage," and like I'm ending it tonight. I can't believe I influenced such trash.
Right.
That's kind of where that one is. Like the "Oh my stars," monocle falls into the coffee, and the person has a stroke or something.
Well, you left the States, so he would have to find you.
He would. His ghost haunts me.
Speaking of States, have you managed to make it back at all? I mean, have you been confined since this whole whatever we want to call it? Keep saying I hate to say the word pandemic thing.
It is a pandemic.
Yeah.
It is a pandemic though. No, I haven't been home. It has definitely affected me. There's no doubt, man. I mean, you can only go I love Singapore, but you can only go so many places. Just the other day, I walked like 5 miles to Marina Bay Sands, if not farther, just like in my flip flops, had nothing to do. I'm like, no, I have not made it back.
Right.
It's hard to not reconnect with your home. But like we were saying before, lucky for me, I got my family here.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
I mean, so that keep me grounded.
Yeah, you mentioned nowhere to go. I mean, for those that don't know, Singapore is about what in kilometers?
It's a city state.
Right. So it's like if you say it in miles, it's about what 40 miles from one side to the other.
Yeah. It is something like that. Forgot miles.
So
nobody uses that here.
So it's like 40 miles, which is about maybe 60 kilometers plus from one side to the other. Then from the north to the south is about maybe 25, maybe so 30 plus. So it's not that big of a place.
They know how to do it here though. They a lot of side streets. Like all of a sudden you'll just turn a corner and there's like a whole world. I'm like, look at that. I gotta remember to come back here. There's everything over here.
Yeah. So you've been there for the 2 years now. I mean, in Malaysia here, I have not been in Singapore 2 years. So have you vaccinated? You've done the whole vaccination?
Oh, I'm triple vaxxed, man. I'm waxed, vaxxed, and ready to relax.
And boosted.
God, oh man, I want to do some cheesy, put the guitar cord into my arm and then put the Cronkite sticker over it. But I'm just like, whatever. Thought about it. Saw it in my head. I'm like, this would be good, but I'm just like, I just want to hit the brakes.
I think what you're feeling comes out in some of your promos, man, because you put up some funny, crazy stuff, real creative, not laughing at it in a good way. So,
I know. I like to say I know what I'm doing, but most of the time it's like, all right, I got 15 minutes. The kid is asleep. Let's quick make a thing, or something will hit me in my head, or I'll write something down on my phone and be like, okay. Yeah. Flesh that out tonight and just I don't know. I try not to just post the post though.
Right. You never know what you're gonna come up with. Your mind is just out. One side is punk rockish, then you're coming out with something that's kind of, you know, how do they say it? The rap thing with the cool groove and beat behind it.
Yeah.
You know, it got this kind of mellow and then stuff going on in the background.
Yeah,
So
I definitely jump all over the place with my music, which I know are like, if you're trying to make it, man, whatever that even means. But anyway, we all want to make it, but you all know what I'm saying. It's disastrous. You have to pick like a lane and stick in this lane. Like you have to be this, and then from there, you know, you let your fan base grow, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a believer in reality, and that some people are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be the golden statue on the mountaintop. I'm just gonna keep making music that I enjoy. People will come along the way and might enjoy it and come on the ride with me. But like, people ask me what music do I listen to, and a lot of the times it's like, I'm just making music that I kind of want to hear.
yeah. And
Do you listen to your music after it comes out ever? You just move
Yes, I do. And matter of fact, speaking of that, but before I do, I'm gonna release a song actually. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Is that the one you teamed up with somebody?
No, that's coming out. That's about the biker song. That's coming out collaboration with Dietrich and Kelly. So I'm actually coming out with my own Teague Bass single, which will be released in January. But
nice. Well, can we? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Talking about yours first because
I want to hear about your music, man. But no.
I don't do that. I mean, this is all about it's Teague Talk, so it's like you can ask me questions too. It's not.
I am interested in your song, actually, very much so.
Okay, so you want to ask me a question about my song?
I'm interested. Yeah, like what were you making it on, and what inspired you?
Besides my immediate family, you would be the one first to know before it's broadcasted through. So you'll be listening to it on YAY Plus Radio coming up soon, sometime in the month of January. Matter of fact,
outstanding, man.
Yeah, I'll send you a.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'll send to
absolutely love to
inbox and you can get your opinion of it before it's out. And you can say, "Oh man, Teague, this song, dude, what are you doing?"
Well, no. Well, I mean, there's a very small chance that would happen, but like, no, I would very much like to hear your song. I know.
Yeah.
You've been in the game for a long time. You are an artist. You know what's up. I would love.
Yeah, it's long overdue, man. It should have been done. You know, YAY Plus has been out for over. Matter of fact, YAY Plus birthday was just this last week of December. So happy birthday, Radio. Yeah, 1 year old. You know, so you know that's the good thing. And I wanted to ask you about that. Speaking of that, you did this poster where you're hanging yourself.
Yeah.
And people I think people were asking, what kind of message is he sending out? Is something wrong with it? But they see you and they meet
it's a thinker. Yeah, I know.
Sometimes crazy man.
Well, I mean, like when they were doing that photo shoot, I only had so much. I had like the tank top I was wearing and my guitar and the microphone. I'm like, I mean, there's other photos where I'm like, you know, microphone on my forehead.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's a grab culture. You got to do something to get someone's interest, but you know, is what it is, and that's showbiz. So.
Yeah. Well, you're very creative, man. I'm
something. I don't know, but thank you.
Everybody around you, I'm sure they feel the same way. Either it's crazy or creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cronkite satellite. So call you Cron for short.
Call me Cron, man. You can call me Cron. Don't call me Omnicron though.
Oh man.
What was I gonna say? So you did the song on your own, right?
Yes, I'm doing all the tracks and the lyrics, and it will be mastered by Dietrich and Kelly. And yeah.
The reason I bring that up is because I think that is the direction of the whole music industry as of right now in general. Because I don't want it to be this way, but I, in my humble opinion, I think that the band, unfortunately, it's not as sustainable as it used to be. I mean, if you're a bunch of kids living in your parents' basement, it's probably different. But how are you going to find, 4 people that you get along with that have sustainable jobs that can pay their rent and still show up to a show and pay for the rehearsal space, and And I think that's the direction. I mean, it's not that I want to go this way. It's just the trend that I'm seeing.
Yeah. Well, like as you mentioned, you can play with some musicians, and if your vibe is not right, they're not. You have a song that you want, you thinking it's in your head. You want it to come out a certain way. They might not be vibing with you the way you want it to come out. And some people are hard to work with. So no better the way to do it is just let it track yourself. Not that I don't like work with other musicians in the studio. Yeah.
No, I didn't get that from you at all. But I get what you're saying. But it's hard. You've been in a bunch of bands. I've been in a bunch of bands. And it's like being married to like 4 other people. Yeah. And everybody's opinion definitely matters.
Right. And when I write with Dirty Perfect, record Dirty Perfect, we have fun in the studio. Right. Yeah. But we haven't been able to get together and do anything for 2 years. So this is the time for me to put my music down and, track it and be able to say what I want to say, Teague Bass way. Yeah.
Word. Well, that's also the other thing I hope is a silver lining on all this. Because, it's a whole new year right now. Day number 1 just started. And that's, you got to look for those silver linings. And that's really what I'm hoping is people have been writing. People have been creating. They haven't just been waiting. Because no one listens to the silent musician.
Speaking of no one listens, I heard you say this before. Remember, now I got to bring this up. You said no one listens. You said no one listens to me. No one listens to my.
No, well, yeah.
I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at those internet numbers. I got videos that are up there, whatever, for like, let's say pushing 8 years and like 6 years.
You're getting traction, man, and
there's a lot of work behind.
Getting a lot of play.
I'm not like upset about that or anything. No. It's thing like the
getting a lot of play on YAY Plus Radio too, man.
I do appreciate that. I don't want to forget what we're talking about here, but it's really hard as a musician or any artist to actually, let's just stick with music, to actually get hurt. Like the biggest way is to get on one of those Spotify playlists or whatever, which is highly unlikely because a lot of them are like pay for play type situation.
Right.
To my understanding, I could be wrong. But the other way is like to get into like commercials and stuff like that. And I don't know, I don't know if that's the best way, but the other one is get on a TikTok video. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm 40. I don't belong on TikTok.
Yeah, well, you don't look 40. You don't look 40. Not that number matters anyway.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't. But like, I don't know. My music's on there. If anybody wants it, I don't need to be doing my like Salt Bay and all that stuff. I don't even. I'm not against it. Not against it at all. I know I am making a decision to go against trends, which is definitely, I'm aware of it. But again, my music is there for people to use. But, and that's what I was gonna say about YAY Plus. It's very nice to know that it's getting played in Phoenix, right?
Well, the station is based in Phoenix, but you're getting the airport global.
No, that's true. Well, I got friends, but I got friends in Phoenix that tune in. It cracks me up. I'm like, hey, check this out. I'm on the radio tonight.
I mean, they're hearing it in Vietnam and Japan and wherever. Whoever gets the links or whatever got word of it, they can go in and tune in to so anywhere from the planet, Alaska, South Pole, wherever.
Yeah. No, it's it's good. It's good to get that kind of exposure. Because what I was going to say before is to go off of what you're talking about before about the like nobody's watching. Yes, another whiny artist. No, how come I'm not viral? I'm not trending. But you gotta say, 8 views in like 8 years is a little disheartening. But you've been in the music game for a while. I've been in the game for a while. It definitely goes in waves, right? Where all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I can't even keep up with these emails. So all of a sudden it's just like, whoa, what just happened? Like nothing's happening. And definitely before I moved to Singapore, I was in China. And it's a totally different game over there, how they do music. And I was kind of like in a little like box where I didn't even realize. I mean, I was in Dalian, a city of like 6 million people. So it had its own like, there's as many people in that city as there is in all of Singapore. Right. So it has its own little like universe. And then when I come to Singapore, I wasn't even on Instagram. And I remember when someone's like, "What's your gram handle or whatever?" I'm like, "I'm not on that." She's like, "What do you live under a rock?" No, I was in China. It's banned there. We use WeChat. But that was another thing of it, because like, goes like this, and you gotta figure out where that little trend is going and
Yeah.
jump on it. And I don't know. I don't have no answers.
Yeah, because a good thing, like you mentioned, trend, like the mainstream, the mainstream labels, the musicians have to get in. You want to get in with them, you have to follow that trend. Where the the indie side, you're able to be who you want to be, the way you want to be, without having to listen to them telling you what to do. Again, again and again, it's such a, man, I feel much more, I'm way more happier doing music that way.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And you're not competing against, like you said, trend. You have your place. Your music belongs somewhere. You're not going up against other bands. You're doing things your way because that's the way you're expressing yourself.
Because I'm an artist. I truly feel that what I make, I'm sure most musicians feel that what they make is art, but I like, that's why I do everything. That's why I do all the recording and the mastering and the singing and the writing and the videos, because I like to think,
right.
Yeah, here he goes. He's going to compare himself to Leonardo da Vinci. Here he goes. Okay.
Right.
Leonardo da Vinci send any of his artwork out to other people to have him finish it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, he didn't. He did have like a factory but that's different. His real actual artwork, only he would touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I know. I'm being super pretentious right now, but it's how I feel as an artist. I'm not really worried about, I don't know.
Yeah.
The golden statue on the mountain. I just want to make some art. I just want to have a good time. I want to do some shows. Nothing better than doing a show and seeing that face on people like, oh,
yes,
this is good. And I have never heard this song before.
Yeah, like that. Right.
Which worries me, because when we start shows again, it's pretty much going to be play the hits, play whatever's on the radio, like even more so than it's ever been before.
Well, I like when they have the concerts where it's indie artists and it's all indie music, and it's billed as indie artists, indie music, original music. And big draw, especially down in Australia. They're doing that down there in Tasmania and places in New Zealand, where
Australia's got an amazing.
They're doing original music, and they're drawing big crowds by the bands performing their own music, because people want to hear,
They do. Like, and again, if you're studying the trends, if things are going to be, if we're going to be continuing this lockdown even more, hopefully not, but then there's going to be a need for more content. And that's when they're going to have to start tapping into the music. This is a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the live streams, they're not really cutting it, but there's going to be like a fine line somewhere. Okay. This is just you and me talking. I mean, like, I know people are listening, which is cool and all, but this is like what Teague and I talk about. And I'm just having a Teague with my boy, or I'm having a Teague with my friend right now. I'm having a talk with my friend right now. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's where I feel that the trend is actually heading. That they'll start tapping some of these musicians that are actually very talented. It's a good time for music.
It is, man. And coming out of
to get exposure.
Yeah. And I think the musicians because a lot have, unfortunately, this 2 years pandemic thing has, unfortunately, some musicians have just given up and done other things, which is sad, but
it is sad, but it does kind of show you the path that needs to be taken from now on. You do need to be flipping some burgers. You do need to be doing something to pay that rent, to pay for, I don't know. I mean,
I just say a person has to do what they have to do to make it, and especially with the way people's lives have been turned upside down because of it. So I have all respect.
Absolutely. I've got nothing but respect. Nothing but respect.
They have to do so, to take care of families and things. People have to, and it's been devastating, and we don't want to bring any It's reality, so we do.
This is reality, man. Like, we're not trying to bring people down. We're talking about where things are and where they, have to go.
So we just need to be, when we come out of this, man, pull together, you know, because like I'm not in competition. Like I said again, it was other musicians and other bands. It's like I like to see another band is good, another musician is good, and I'll say, yo, man, you kicking it on the bass, you kicking it on the guitar, you know, because I don't feel threatened in any way. We all support each other.
Yeah, we're all on the same team. And I'm actually really glad you said that, because I definitely noticed that a lot of people are just in it. I mean, it says the guy who's in the one-man band, right?
Right.
Everybody's kind of like got their eye on the prize and like everybody kind of out of my way, social Darwinism type situation. I'm not saying everybody's like this. I just wish there was more of a network, because there have been networks. Well, like EA Plus. Yeah. That's a good spot. That was a nice little transition, but it truly is. It is a group, it is, and people are helping each other. I just wish there was just more of that happening. Yeah. Rather than like everybody out of my way, you know. Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying. And,
do the people watching this, they're just like, who is this guy?
Right.
He knows what he is talking about. He does not know.
I did want to touch on something there. You went on ahead and it was good. And you're getting back to it, like letting the people know, like you're actually from the Twin Cities, and you take all of your roots and things coming out of the Twin Cities. That's
100%.
Everyone knows Minneapolis, St. Paul. If you ever know anything about the music scene there, you're going to come up listening to all genres of music, and you're not going to be stuck doing one thing. You're going to I picked up the flavor. I was in Minneapolis for many years, and I picked up when I was playing with Alexander O'Neill, and I picked up a lot of, you know.
And it's not like
a lot of weapons to add to my arsenal.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you said it like that, because it's not like people aren't out against each other. What I love most, what I noticed right away, is I'll go do a show with whatever band I was in at the time, and then after that show, you get another show, because there's usually like 4 bands a night. I am done doing like 5-hour nights anymore. I'm just like, no more. And but like one time in like China, I think I played for like 8 hours or something, but that was like different. Because that was just like, that party just kept going. We're like, no, let's just keep going. But like, that was different. But I'm like, man, we need to get more bands up here. Yeah. That means more butts in the seats, or beat on the dance floor, more drinks. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't run one of their businesses. But the more bands you can get, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Squirrel.
Oh.
So like, that's what I'm saying. Everyone was kind of on the same team, helping each other out, and you would wind up getting more shows than you can actually fill, which is a good thing. You don't normally want to turn down a show. You usually want to take it.
Right.
Like, it's 2 miles, or sorry, like 2 hours north. Yeah. Let's do it. Get $200. Let's do it.
Yeah. Fortunate. Yeah. And hey, man, you're able to do that. Like I said again, man, you bring all this to the table from where you came from, like myself, being from South Haven, Michigan. Come through that shout out there.
Midwest.
Yeah. You know, and then, you know, getting groomed in Twin Cities myself, and being able to travel about and pick up the skills. Yeah.
It is. No, I mean, because you'll see somebody doing a different technique, or you'll see somebody with like a different type of like cymbal on their drum kit. I'm like, what? There's cymbals for hands? Like, yes, there's hand cymbals. What? Kabam, you know?
It's like cymbals. Cronkite satellite. Now,
sir,
we've had a Tom Kennedy who is going to stay on us about this. He says you never answered this question about the name Cronkite satellite. How did it come about? So we have to answer this question.
There's a couple. Again, man, I got layers.
Right.
All my stuff is like a lasagna. No, there's layers to why I picked the name.
Right.
But the big one is that there's like every band name is taken.
Okay.
Right. Like, especially if it's just like Satellite or Cronkite or like, I don't know, Water. You know, like they're all taken. So I'm like, let's just put 2 words together. But it wasn't just me picking 2 random words. There were 2 words in particular that had like a connection. And there was other ones too. I was kind of flipping around. I'm like, is it going to be Satellite Cronkite?
Yeah.
But eventually I just had, like most things I do, I just got to pull the trigger and just get it out, get it done, and move on. Even like with the, hi, how you doing there? Even with like the font that I made for the actual logo itself, I like just made it, and like, that's it. You know, how long ago was that? Gosh.
Yeah.
14, 15, 16 years ago.
Right. Okay. Now, speaking of that, the same guy, Tom Kennedy, told me he went to a restaurant somewhere in Singapore when he was in town from Hong Kong, and he walked in. He went into the room and he saw your name on the wall. Someone had written your name. Yeah,
no way.
Like graffiti.
No way.
And he just
Really?
said he thought of you right away. They said, "It's this guy that never answered my question." Oh, this is true. This is true. This is true.
Hey, yo, people listening though, don't be carving my name in walls. Carve it in your arm.
This is true. This is true. When you meet him someday, if you do get to talk to him, he's gonna tell you it. It's exactly. Yeah,
that's
amazing.
Slightly unsettling, but no, there's anyway, I'm like, someone carved that in the wall, huh?
Yeah.
That was some dedication. That took them some time.
Oh, seriously, he told me this. He couldn't believe it because he had just remembered he asked that question, which was like 3 or 4 months before, and then he saw your name. Someone had put that name. Yeah.
My one time I was here and just some friends came to visit me, and as we're like leaving the hawker, there's like a dude there, like the guy was like getting the trays and stuff, and he's just like pointing on his phone, like looking at me, and he's got like my logo. He's like, "This is you. This is you." I'm like, "This is me."
Yeah.
Like, nice. Yeah, you know, bud. But he's probably the one that carved it in. No, but anyway.
Well, hey man,
no,
tell us. Yeah, go ahead.
I do. I mean, it's not like it's like a big secret. I've done it in like other interviews and stuff. I just, you know, I like to keep the layers there. I like to keep the people guessing, you know.
That's cool, man. And speaking of guessing, what's the latest release you've worked on? Let's see what's going on. What's new coming out or has
what's coming out? What just came out was Detention. Which,
okay.
That one worked out pretty well. That's a weird one. That's like an 8-bit chiptune sounding type of song. It's always weird talking about music because it's like what the guy says. Some dude's like talking about music is like dancing about architecture, but it's got like a nice little like 8-bit kind of sound to it, and I guess it's got the rap thing. I just think I sing fast, but whatever.
Right.
It's got that going on. I made the music video, animated it. I was pretty happy about how that turned out. Now
animated it,
and then no big deal. But no, like you were saying before, tools, weapons in your arsenal. So now I got now I can build off that. Now I know how, not the next music video, because the next song I've actually finished, and I'm hoping, you know how it is when you release a song. You can't just be like, hey, everybody, here's my song. Like you gotta like step it up. Like you gotta, it's like steps to get it to the right people, to get like the press releases. Like you get what I'm saying. So it's done, but I still got about a month of work, which is fine. It's part of the game, and I do enjoy it, but it is work. It's fun work, but work. So that video is already done too.
So how many have you released in the year of in the past year, 2021?
So we got our song, "Saint We Ain't."
Saint We Ain't.
Which is just. I listened to that the other day, by the way, and I'm like, this is a really good song. Like, this song's really good.
Hey people, we have a collaboration. That I did with Cronkite Satellite, which I had fun doing that.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description below. You should check it out and share and subscribe and carve it into walls. Sorry. But
how many?
See, I got to think, but it's at least like 6 songs so far.
This past year.
Yeah. It's been gradually over about like a year and a half, maybe, because like a lot has happened. So there has definitely been no shortage of subject matter to light the fire. Because
you needed to take some time off for the little one.
Yeah, I feel I'm still taking time off.
Actually, before the preparation from
because it's not. Because, you know, it's not like it was before in many regards. But, like, before I'd be doing, like, 3 shows a week or something like that, you know. And then, like, my music room used to have a studio, which it's now my kid's room. I have this before and after photo of like all my gear up, you know, got my guitar, I'm like, ah, and then I got the after photo, which is like the kid in the crib, like, ah, with like the changing table and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is a change. This is a good change. It's a good change.
So how's it feel, man, being a dad? I mean,
I love it. It's
does anything change like when your son is born and then the world is now you have this one son. Do you feel like your world changed? Now the way you do things and move about in life, your daily life, is it changed?
I see people. I mean, like I see people differently. Like I don't like to talk about like the other stuff I do, but I'm also an art teacher, and it definitely I see the people I teach. Like, I mean, I've always liked the people I teach, but now it's just like you know, I mean, like I always saw potential, but it's like so different. It's like I see, like I can't. What I can see is that I can't even see how much of the world is ahead of them, and like that smile and that twinkle in their eye, like is just like jaw dropping. I mean, that is like art in itself. Well, I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but yes.
No, I think most people understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
It makes me believe in humanity. I got friends that are like, we're all going to die. You know, I'm just like, I mean, like, yeah, but like, I don't like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not buying it. Like, have you seen the smile on a child's face when they accomplish something difficult and are proud of themselves? We're going to be just fine.
That's a beautiful thing. That's right, man. Teaching something about propagating the positive. As J Plus says, our motto, propagating the positive.
I love it.
Speaking of art and propagating stuff, you got a guitar back there behind you. You want to jam a little, play 2 chords or something, or no?
I'll give you 3 chords.
Okay, just for fun. Come on, man. It's Teague
just for you. I'll give you 3.
What you want to do, you know?
What we want here. I don't know how that's gonna sound.
30 seconds or 1 minute or.
How's it sounding? Sounding all right?
Pretty cool. Yeah, sounds like an acoustic
guitar. Nab this sucker down here.
Now you cool, man. Cool. All right.
The sun once again rises proudly from the east, illuminating the souls passed out on the beach. I see the moon in the morning with kisses, they begin warming. I'm wide awake as it'll take shape well up ahead me now, but they later the waves pushing and pull out like a crossfade. A curved journey from here until eternity. I change the world into something more deserving, because I don't wanna be dumb, I just wanna have fun until the sun comes back round to burn another one. But no, as we try to lie along this path, uneven memories of our past, and any day above ground be better than waiting. Reason enough, staying up late, the clock hit us, no time to stop, and that's the way that we escape this rock. It goes on and on and on. The king's in town, so all the bets are out, and it's about to get physical. So turn your head and cough. Now she's a hot mess in a sandy sun, just sexy little senorita, slowly sipping sangria. So here we are, but all we do I send my energy up to the ionosphere. I draw a picture like I draw a conclusion, fully aware that life is only delusion. Goes on, I don't wanna be done, I just wanna have fun until the sun comes back. I'm gonna another one. Footnotes as we draw a line along this path. Oh, every day. Now when the day above ground feels better than greater, that's a reason enough to stay enough to play. As the clock ticks, time to stop. That's the plan till we escape this rock. It goes hand in hand and on and on.
Well, all right. Cronkite Satellite, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, man.
You asked for 2 chords. I give you a song. Sorry.
You sure did, man. That was beautiful. That so yeah, we don't want to keep you all your time. I know you're busy, man, so we don't want to keep you. I'd like to give you a shout out before you go. Thank you for that beautiful piece of music. Yeah, you want to say that?
It's called Footnotes from 2010. Wrote it on the beach in Spain.
And that's cool, right? You wrote that on the beaches of Spain. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. See, music comes out from you from everywhere. Hey, we like for you to, before we close it down, give a shout out to YAY Plus right here. What would you like to read this? This is from the last season, but it can still be used again. Doesn't matter.
Let's use it again.
Right. We'll make another one next week, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right.
All right, everybody. You got to go to www.yayplus.net, or you can go to Facebook. You know what? You should do all these. Don't just and or this. You do all of them. Facebook, it's YAY Plus Official. In the Gram, it's YAY Plus Official. And you got to get the app. I got the app. I like the app. Yeah. And that's YAY Plus on the Google Play Store and the Apple Store.
That's right.
Word.
And don't forget to go to the website where you can see all the YAY Plus artists such as.
Absolutely. www.
Satellite.
Yeah,
right.
I'm there.
Dirty Perfect.
I'm one of them. Dirty Perfect.
Myself, with my band that I play with, Dirty Perfect, along with a lot of other artists, YAY Plus artists on that site. Go in and check it out. And now we have to come to a close here. Really appreciate you coming on the Teague Talk, man. And
but we're going to keep talking after this, right?
Well, that's right. But
okay.
You know what?
Good.
Before we shut it down, you can't go until you play Teague Turbo 10.
This song,
Rapid Fire.
Man, yeah, I failed because you're like, what's your favorite superhero? And I'm like, I hate superheroes. And I got red cards. Anyway, okay, let's do it.
Teague Turbo 10 never goes. It's always going to be in there. So now you're going to get a choice again of 10. I'm not saying that right. I'm messing up. Hey, season 3 back. Still big rusty, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. You get a choice of 2 out of 10. And if you don't come up with an answer, you're going to get a red card. You got that? Right. Here we go. Ready to go? Rain or snow?
Snow.
Pacific or Atlantic?
Pacific.
Hat or shades?
Shades.
Day or night?
Night.
Squirrel or rabbit?
Squirrel.
Oatmeal or porridge?
Oatmeal.
Grapefruit or cranberry?
Cranberry.
Road runner or coyote? Wile E. Coyote. You taking 2?
Wile E. Coyote.
Almost got there. Was coming out of there. And astronaut or submariner?
Astronaut.
Yeah, you got through the Teague Turbo 10 Rapid Fire. Cronkite Satellite, thank you very much for coming on into Teague Talk. Enjoyed this, man.
I enjoyed it too. I really enjoyed it, man. I always enjoy talking with you.
And we're going to say...
YAY Plus is awesome. Wait, what are we saying?
Say that again. And?
YAY Plus is awesome.
Okay, thank you very much.
See you, bud.
Teague Talk, over and out. Hey, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Check out Cronkite Satellite's new music video release. It's called Detention. Thank you for watching Teague Talk.
Alright, I get it. You're sorry. But like, you need to avoid situations that make you say sorry. Hocus pocus, why can't we focus? Who can diagnose this? Maybe it's psychosis. It wasn't my intention to give you detention. I only wanted to teach you life's little lessons. What you don't know will hurt you unless I convert you to a new paradigm shift point of view. This issue, don't let it miss you. We only hate what we love, I dare you to continue. Can't win them all, but at least I'm trying. Up at night thinking about my students crying. How do I reach them? How do I teach them without preaching or accidentally misleading? The complex things I sing are about more than one thing. I'm on another level of thinking. Shh, silence is golden, but an empty sheet of paper is a picture perfect poem. About now, I'm worried about the future. Trying to teach peace like Martin Luther Jr. Yeah, he's the king. Equality, respect, and love is what he prayed to bring. I got the big boy blues. I got a bruise inside of a bruise. I got a long list of to-dos, like stopping the fight and uniting the Muslims and Jews. Together we're stronger, don't divide and conquer. Separated, we're just lambs to the slaughter. Put hate's fire underwater and solder the missing piece, we're all sons and daughters. Hocus pocus, why can't I focus? Who can diagnose this? Maybe it's psychosis. It wasn't my intention to give you detention. I only wanted to teach you life's little lessons. I get it. I get it. I get it. You're sorry. The light. You need to avoid the situations that make you say sorry.